Is everyone ready? Hello? The flap over flippers. South Carolina bill would repeal decades-old ban on kids playing pinball. Everybody, what the fuck? Can someone let me know what the fuck's going on here? You can't play pinball in South motherfucking Carolina? Well, I guess now you can. Well, not yet, but almost. Holy shit. Not even a century ago, mothers decried pinball as a gaudy game that lured children into delinquency and schoolyard debt. In South Carolina, lawmakers wrung their hands over the cancerous and vicious machines. One senator prayed pinball would be banned before the state became, quote, like Louisiana. I love there's so much content here. Oh, pray, South Carolina will never become Louisiana on my watch. In the 1940s and 1950s, states and municipalities across the country banned the game for similar concerns, but those laws were repealed, leaving South Carolina as the last state in the nation where a pinball prohibition remains on the books, albeit unenforced. So you're allowed to play like Grand Theft Auto. That's fine. There's no laws against fucking Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty. That's all good. But pinball? Holy moly. Holy moly. Wow. No less than 5 pinball-related controversies were settled by the South Carolina Supreme Court between 1939 and 1965, as the state and federal law enforcement officials played cat and mouse with the game's manufacturers over features that turned the devices into not-so-secret slot machines. Whoa! Nowadays, we got loot boxes. We sell our fucking 10-year-olds loot boxes, you know? They were so concerned about pinball being almost like a slot machine that they banned it outright. But now we're allowed to be, we're allowed to get loot boxes. We're allowed to jump in and play our, stupid randomized skin giveaway bullshit. Hey, I don't know, man. Maybe we need to bring back the prohibition on video games, bring it up a notch, update that shit. Holy fuck. Amid a surge in the game's popularity, a bill recently introduced in the South Carolina legislature would end more than a 60-year prohibition on children playing pinball in the Palmetto State. There's a surge in pinball? Are you allowed to play pinball video games? Like, can I play pinball on PS1? Is that allowed? I mean, the game is called Pinball, State Representative Todd Rutherford sponsored the bill that would end the prohibition known as H.3 227, which was referred to in the South Carolina House Judiciary Committee and first read in Jan 10, blah, 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 blah. Bang Back Pinball Lounge. Whoa. Has campaigned for years for the law's repeal, warning lawmakers about its impact on the game's popularity. Anyway, the flap over flippers. To understand how South Carolina's law came into effect, it's important to understand the game's history. Pinball can trace its roots to the early 1930s with the invention of a coin-operated Pin Games, a tabletop version of the French game Bagatelle, according to Michael Schiess, founder and director of Pacific Pinball Museum. Motherfucker owns a pinball museum? I mean, that's cool. Like, that's something I want to do, except, with something good instead of pinball, Anyone ever play that Space Cadet pinball game on, Windows? 2000, was it 2000 XP? I don't know, but it was the Space Cadet. You got some guy who's just way too happy to be alive, in the side of the screen, and then he gets some blasters and it goes. Yeah, I used to love that shit, man. Holy fuck. I just spat all over my fucking screen, by the way. There's saliva everywhere. Baffle Ball, invented in 1931 by David Gottlieb, was a mechanical game where the player tried to launch metal balls into pockets and holes arranged on the vertical table dotted with pins. The holes and pockets were worth different points and landing blah blah blah. The game was a smash hit in stores and then it was banned. So anyway, if you live in South Carolina, You know, is your government going to end the prohibition on marijuana? Absolutely not. But they got more important things to do. So can you blame them? First, the pinball ban. Second, the weed ban. Let's see what happens. But anyway, you can read the rest of this if you'd like. There's some more interesting tidbits in there. But very fun story to start the day. The flap over flippers. Or is it the flip over flappers? Are they flappers or flippers? I don't know. I'm talking about penguin anatomy, of course.